It's 3 p.m. and time for the Daily Community Briefing. Team coverage of the latest local news important to you. Now let's head to the Wallingford Broadcasting Studios for the Daily Community Briefing.
Good afternoon, everybody, and man, oh man, what a nice, beautiful day we have got for a Friday as we end the work week. We're glad to have you along on your daily community briefing for Madison and surrounding counties. And our newscast today brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, your home for all the best outdoor power equipment like Cub Cadet. Check out their curbside shopping on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We're also brought to you by Scrubsies, a scrub and embroidery retail store at 519 Hampton Way, taking care of the ones who take care of us with scrubs for men, women, shoes, and more. Like them on Facebook for more information. And Affordable Service Solutions, heating and air when your AC stops cooling. Call Brian with Affordable Service Solutions at 859-779-0122. In our lead story on today's newscast, in Estill County, officials report that an Irvin couple was charged Thursday on charges related to child pornography. 36-year-old Brian K. Krim and 35-year-old Brandy L. Krim were reportedly arrested by Kentucky State Police after the department discovered the couple was allegedly uploading explicit images of children. The investigation resulted in officials arriving at a residence in Irvine on Thursday. Equipment believed to be used to perform the crimes has been confiscated and taken to KSP's Digital Forensic Laboratory for examination. The arrests were a result of an undercover Internet Crimes Against Children's investigation. Both were charged with 1 count each of the use of a minor under 16 in a sexual performance, which is a Class B felony. The Kentucky Supreme Court heard arguments Thursday regarding the legality of Governor Andy Beshear's executive orders that have been issued during the pandemic. Its decision will determine whether Kentuckians will have to continue to wear masks and adhere to other COVID-19 related mandates. Governor Beshear's chief of staff and general counsel Latasha Buckner told justices that state law and the Constitution gave the governor the power to act during an emergency. She called the lawsuit an unprecedented maneuver with serious consequences. Governor Beshear said that his actions mirror what other governors have done during the pandemic. Attorney General Daniel Cameron's team doesn't question the governor's intentions to save lives across Kentucky. However, they argued in court they believed Governor Beshear overstepped his power by issuing hundreds of pages of orders and regulations. It is not known how long it will take the Kentucky Supreme Court to rule in this case. Berea College once again tops the list of best value colleges in the nation in the Wall Street Journal and the Times Higher Education 2021 college rankings. Berea's no tuition model contributed to its #1 best value ranking. To determine the best value among the top 250 schools, the Wall Street Journal and the Times Higher Education divided each institution's overall score by its net price, which includes the total cost of attending a school, such as tuition, fees, room and board, books and supplies, minus federal or institutional financial aid that doesn't have to be repaid. Students who don't receive any aid aren't included in this calculation, and the college ranked number 144 overall, climbing up from 155 last year. We are thrilled to be ranked at the top of the Wall Street Journal and the best value list of colleges and universities, said Berea College President Lyle Roloffs. This cohort of schools is committed to the important American ideal of social mobility through educational opportunity. Our no tuition policy allows us to provide talented students who might not otherwise be able to afford it access to a high-quality liberal arts education and transformative exercises and enables them to graduate with little or no debt. We like to describe this as the best education money can't buy. To determine overall ranking outcomes, the Wall Street Journal and the Higher Education Survey considers 15 factors across 4 main categories. 40% of each school's overall score comes from student outcomes such as graduates, salaries, and debt. 30% comes from academic resources, including how much the college spends on teaching. 20% comes from student engagement, including how prepared students feel about using their education in the real world. And 10% from the learning environment, including the diversity of the student body and academic staff. Berea College is one of only 2 private schools ranked in the top 10 for best value. Well, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet has reached the 50,000 mark in number of real ID compliant driver's licenses and identification cards issued. Applicants increasingly are choosing the more secure credential ahead of a federal deadline for having verified identification for access to certain installations and activities. Real ID licenses and IDs are issued only at the KYTC Regional Driver Licensing Offices. Beginning October 1st, 2021, verified identification such as a Real ID licenses and IDs will be required for boarding domestic commercial flights and entering military bases and secure federal installations. You may already have an acceptable credential, such as a valid passport, or military ID. To find out whether a real ID is right for you, you can check out the KYTC website. Well, Eastern Kentucky University has been awarded $25,000 to provide free textbooks for certain classes during the semester through a grant. WBON-TV went down to EKU's campus to get the details on this program, which will continue to help students even after COVID-19. With the story on this, here's WBON-TV's Marissa Hempel.
As if the cost of college wasn't enough by itself, the cost of textbooks per semester is also a daunting financial burden that many students have to face. Because of this, Eastern Kentucky University librarian Kelly Smith has been involved with an essential program known as Open Educational Resources. Smith is the coordinator of collections and discovery of OER, where she, among many others, assists students who may not have resources available to obtain textbooks.
It's actually a barrier to learning for a lot of students. Either they will not buy the textbooks, or they might take a different class, or they might take out extra loans in order to pay for the books. So it's a big issue, and it's a barrier to success for a lot of students.
Studies have shown that approximately 67% of students simply don't purchase their books if they are more than they can afford. According to the College Board, the average student budgets $1,250 for textbooks each year, which often results in an increase for their student loans.
The EKU Board of Regents gives out innovation grant funds to faculty who are doing different innovative projects. And so we have a committee out of the Faculty Senate that has been working on the open textbook issue, and we decided to submit a grant application to the Board of Regents for $25,000, and we were granted that money. So we've had many applications. We awarded 7 grants to faculty and to departments who are adopting open textbooks for the coming semesters. And so now we are in the process of training faculty on how to find and use open textbooks. And the goal of all this is not only to save students money, but to have new ways of doing pedagogy that's more flexible for faculty and allows them to build classes around their specific students. So it's really a win-win for everybody.
Smith oversees the division in the library responsible for collection development and provision of traditional print and electronic books, journals, and videos, as well as the library's publishing work.
This is actually a movement that's happening all over the country. There are at least 2 other Kentucky institutions that are giving out grants, the University of Kentucky and Western Kentucky University, and we're all kind of doing this around the same time. And it is led by librarians at a lot of institutions because we see this trend happening, and so we're helping the faculty make their way into this new way of teaching. These open educational resources can be used in a variety of subject areas. This coming year, we've got sociology, English, there's a justice and safety course. So really all different disciplines can use this. We are especially excited about the first year writing course that is going to have an open textbook adoption. Almost every freshman who comes to EKU takes this course. So this has the potential to save over time really millions of dollars for EKU students. So we're super excited about that.
Smith also says that the library has been open during the pandemic and will continue to stay open for students that need the resources.
So yeah, we've had to make a lot of adjustments, but so far it's been remarkably smooth and students are wearing their masks and doing a good job.
For more information about OERs in general and the grant offered, you can visit libguides.eku.edu/OER. For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
Thanks, Marissa, for that story. And it's now time for our first commercial break here on your daily community briefing. When we come back, those COVID numbers, including another death here in Madison County. We'll give you the details on that when we come back live on your daily community briefing on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV, Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Get the money you need now. Apply for a home equity line of credit at Cumberland Valley National Bank today with no payments for 6 months and low rates. There's never been a better time to tap into your home's equity.
At the Estill Clinic and Urban Healthcare Pharmacies, we make it our mission to care for all of your pharmacy needs as quickly and conveniently as possible. Whether you need a prescription filled, an immunization, or help with an over-the-counter need, our pharmacists are here to help. Both of our Estill County locations offer text and call reminders, automatic refills, and medication synchronization, and are equipped with drive-thrus. All of these services help us save you time and make sure you always have the medication you need. Stop in or give us a call today.
The Habitat Restores of Clark and Madison County are back open and accepting donations at both locations. The donations help to build homes for someone in need in your community. If you'd like to schedule a pickup, just contact the store closest to you. Donate, shop, or volunteer with the Habitat for Humanity of Clark and Madison County. Felt good to be back in the booth this past weekend for high school football, and we've got more coverage coming your way this weekend. On Friday, Estill County will take on Lynn Camp, and the Engineers put up over 40 points in the Week 1 loss to Breathitt County. They'll try to rebound as they are back home this week against Lynn Camp. On Saturday, Madison Southern will open up their season as they take on Pulaski County. You can watch both of those games live on WBON TV. On Friday night, Madison Central will begin their season in a quest to rebound from last year. They'll take on the only team they defeated last year, Lafayette, and you can listen to that game on 92.5 WEKY or WEKYAM.com. Tons of way to catch your favorite team this weekend on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
It's here, a place to get scrubs in Richmond without having to make the drive out of town. Scrubs is a scrub and embroidery retail store at 519 Hampton Way, Suite 2 in Richmond, with brands like Grey's Anatomy, Cherokee, Skechers, and the very popular Healing Hands brand. Scrubsies also has scrubs for men. They have shoes, and they can also embroider your scrubs with your name or company. Nurses have been at the forefront of the coronavirus pandemic, and Scrubsies wants to help take care of the ones who take care of us. Like them on Facebook for more information. Welcome back to your daily community briefing on this Friday afternoon. We're brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635 and a half Big Hill Avenue. Bluegrass Marble and Granite can take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. We're also brought to you by Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. They have the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis & Powell Funeral Home. And we're also brought to you by Always Growing Children's Resale Store in Berea, just down the road from Berea Ace Hardware in the Strip Mall. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they buy your children's gently worn clothes. We have 2 new deaths due to COVID-19 this week in Madison County, bringing the county total up to 6. 15 new cases to report from yesterday, which brings the county total up to 1,676. And currently there are 888 active cases in Madison County, with 7 people in the hospital fighting the virus and 881 fighting the virus at home. Of the 1,676 cases, 782 of those have already recovered. EKU with an outbreak over the week as well. They are now up to 105 cases of COVID-19, 41 residential students, 50 non-residential students. 10 employees have contracted the virus, with 4 in the other category. There have been 69 recoveries of COVID-19 and currently 36 active cases within the university. Over in Estill County, there are 6 new cases to report of the coronavirus, which brings the county total up to 156. There are 110 recoveries of COVID-19 and 46 active cases, and of the 2,136 tests that they have administered, there are still 20 people waiting their results. And again, the 6 new cases bringing the county total up to 156, 46 active cases of coronavirus in Estill County. As of 3 p.m. yesterday, there was 2 new confirmed cases and 3 recovered cases in Clay County, 2 new confirmed and 7 recovered in Jackson County, and there were no new cases to report out of Rockcastle County, 1 hospitalization that has been added, and 1 recovered case of the coronavirus. The total number of cases now for the Cumberland Valley Health District of Rockcastle, Jackson, and Clay County is up to 598, with 97 active cases. Out of the Laurel County Health Department, they are reporting 15 new cases, none of which are hospitalized. So good news there, as they have 15 new cases, but none of those people sick enough to be put into the hospital. Of the 197 active cases in Laurel County, there are 14 people fighting the virus in the hospital, and 713 total cases of the coronavirus over in Laurel County. Of those new cases yesterday, a 51-year-old female, a 48-year-old female, a 54-year-old male, a 71-year-old female, both an 18-year-old male and female, a 28-year-old female, a 29-year-old male, a 49-year-old female, an 18-year-old female, and 2 39-year-old males of the 15 new cases. And in the governor report from yesterday, we had Jacqueline Coleman, who talks about voting, which will be coming up in just a couple of short months. Actually, it'll be taking place in November. And Andy Bashir gives us an update on the totals and the new deaths. With that report, filling in today is WBON-TV's Marissa Hempel.
From the WBON-TV newsroom, here's your daily Governor Andy Bashir COVID-19 report. On Thursday, Bashir updated Kentuckians on the state's continued efforts to fight the COVID-19 virus. He said, quote, "The end of this, once we survive it, is going to be an opportunity to write our future and write it in a way that we've always dreamed of. We do have to get through COVID, though." Also, Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman on Thursday highlighted a variety of issues of importance to Kentuckians in the Commonwealth. These included the CARES Act funding for local governments, where Bashir had announced 22 Western Kentucky governments were approved for over $14 million in reimbursements from the CARES Act. The Team Kentucky Fund was also discussed, where Lieutenant Governor Coleman said she encouraged Kentuckians from 3 specific regions who have suffered financially due to COVID-19 to visit teamkyfund.ky.gov to apply for assistance. These are the Owensboro area, the counties that surround Louisville, and the Big Sandy area. Lieutenant Governor Coleman also shared 5 positive stories from schools and school districts across the Commonwealth and encouraged Kentuckians to share even more of these stories on social media. The schools and school districts highlighted were in the listening area, including East Jessamine High School in Nicholasville, DuPont Manual High School in Louisville, Henry Clay High School in Lexington, and Bergen Schools in Mercer County. There was also a voting update, where Coleman urged Kentuckians to make a plan for voting in the November general election. Bipartisan state and local election officials have now made voting easier than ever before by providing multiple ways that Kentuckians can cast their ballot on Election Day. The deadline to register to vote is October 5th at 4 p.m. The deadline to request an absentee ballot is October 9th. You can visit govoteky.com for more information. Voters can mail in an absentee ballot, or they can bring it back to their county clerk in person or at a drop box. Also, as always, Kentuckians can vote in person at multiple sites during early voting, which begins on October 13th or directly on Election Day. As far as case information, Governor Andy Bashir took to the podium and said there were at least 59,370 coronavirus cases in Kentucky, 628 of which were newly reported within the past 24 hours. He said that 76 of the newly reported cases were from children ages 18 and younger, of which 14 were under the age of 5. The youngest of these cases was only 2 months old. Unfortunately, Governor Beshear also reported 11 new deaths Thursday, raising the death total across the Commonwealth to 1,093 Kentuckians lost to the virus. However, Beshear ended with some good news. He said that we are still below 4% as our positivity rate for coronavirus is at 3.82%. For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
Thanks, Marissa. It's time for our second commercial break. When we come back, we've got more to get to, including a story about a Berea Fire Department experience that happened yesterday. That's coming up next on your daily community briefing, live on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON-TV, Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kopudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Get the money you need now. Apply for a home equity line of credit at Cumberland Valley National Bank today, with no payments for 6 months and low rates. There's never been a better time to tap into your home's equity.
At the Estill Clinic and Urban Healthcare Pharmacies, we make it our mission to care for all of your pharmacy needs as quickly and conveniently as possible. Whether you need a prescription filled, an immunization, or help with an over-the-counter need, our pharmacists are here to help. Both of our Estill County locations offer text and call reminders, automatic refills, and medication synchronization, and are equipped with drive-thrus. All of these services help us save you time and make sure you always have the medication you need. Stop in or give us a call today.
The Habitat Restores of Clark and Madison County are back open and accepting donations at both locations. The donations help to build homes for someone in need in your community. If you'd like to schedule a pickup, just contact the store closest to you. Donate, shop, or volunteer with the Habitat for Humanity of Clark and Madison County. Felt good to be back in the booth this past weekend for high school football, and we've got more coverage coming your way this weekend. On Friday, Estill County will take on Lynn Camp, and the Engineers put up over 40 points in the Week 1 loss to Breathitt County. They'll try to rebound as they are back home this week against Lynn Camp. On Saturday, Madison Southern will open up their season as they take on Pulaski County. You can watch both of those games live on WBON-TV. On Friday night, Madison Central will begin their season in a quest to rebound from last year. They'll take on the only team they defeated last year, Lafayette, and you can listen to that game on 92.5 WEKY or WEKYAM.com. Tons of way to catch your favorite team this weekend on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
It's here, a place to get scrubs in Richmond without having to make the drive out of town. Scrubs is a scrub and embroidery retail store at 519 Hampton Way, Suite 2 in Richmond, with brands like Grey's Anatomy, Cherokee, Skechers, and the very popular Healing Hands brand. Scrubsies also has scrubs for men. They have shoes, and they can also embroider your scrubs with your name or company. Nurses have been at the forefront of the coronavirus pandemic, and Scrubsies wants to help take care of the ones who take care of us. Like them on Facebook for more information. We are back on your daily community briefing. The Berea Fire Department experienced a slight drop in the number of calls for the month of August, fielding 56 requests for service compared to 68 in July and 54 in June. In August, the fire department responded to 2 fires, answered 20 calls for rescue emergency medical services, 10 false alarms, 8 motor vehicle accidents with injuries, and 6 motor vehicle accidents without injuries. Additionally, the department completed 12 public service calls, 3 medical assists of EMS, 4 assists of police or other government agencies, and 2 animal rescues, among others. The Richmond Parks and Recreation is seeking vendors and sponsors for the upcoming fall events, including the Halloween Hoedown and the Christmas Lighting Up Downtown. The fall season is always one of the busiest and most anticipated times in the Richmond Parks and Recreation event calendar. The Halloween Hoedown and Christmas programs are some of the most attended and beloved festivities here in Richmond. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the following changes have been made to ensure a safe and fun environment. The format of the Halloween Hoedown will now be a drive-through event with vendors setting up alongside a designated vehicle path where guests can view the vendors safely from their vehicles. This event will be located at the Ann L. Durham Lake Reba Recreational Complex on Thursday, October 22nd from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Vendors would set up a decorated area in a designated spot along the path. Vendors would have the opportunity to provide candy or promotional items to the Parks and Recreation Department in advance, and pre-stuffed bags will be distributed to participants at the end of the drive-through event. There is no cost for vendor setup, but anyone interested must complete a registration form by October 9th. This form can be found on the Parks and Recreation Department website or can be requested by contacting the department directly. As far as the downtown Christmas lighting, with so many uncertainties in the world, the city of Richmond would like to spread some Christmas cheer and let our lights shine with new seasonal decorations for the downtown area. By installing new lights and decorations, the city hopes to create an attraction during the winter months that can bring smiles and joy to the citizens of this town. Lights will be on display from the end of November through early January, and the city is inviting the community to participate in this wonderful event by offering sponsorship opportunities to individuals, groups, or businesses to help defray the cost of the purchase of the new lights. There are multiple levels of sponsorships available for businesses and corporations of all sizes, but there is a limited amount which will be offered on a first-come, first-served basis. Again, for more information or for questions, contact the Richmond Parks and Recreation Department at 859-623-8753 or at parksandrec@richmond.ky.us. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet advises motorists of a bridge project for Doylesville Road, Kentucky 1986 in Madison County. The work is part of the Bridging Kentucky program. Bridging Kentucky is a commitment to improving the safety and soundness of the Commonwealth's bridges by rehabilitating, repairing, and replacing critical bridges throughout the state. The program is designed to open closed structures, improve bridge lifespans, and ensure appropriate weight capacities are met, and improve access and mobility for all Kentuckians. We appreciate you being with us today on your daily community briefing as we end another work week. Don't forget, tonight, high school football back on the airwaves. Madison Central will take on Lafayette. That game can be heard on 92.5 WEKY or WEKYAM.com. Estill County will be in action tonight. You can watch that game live right here on WBON TV or listen online at WIR or listen on the radio at 99.3 WIRV. And then tomorrow at 1 p.m., Madison Southern will take on Pulaski County in their first game of the year. That game will also be live streamed on WBON TV or listen to it live on 106.7 The Pinnacle. Thanks, folks. Have a great weekend. We'll see you the same time and same place, 3 p.m. on Monday for your daily community briefing on 100.7 The Coyote and WBON TV, Channel 9.